Oh, this is my guide for Chapter 11 of Azur Lane EN. In this guide I'll go over some fleet setups and show an in-depth look at the bosses of 11.2, 3, and 4. While clearing Chapter 11 for the first time, you may need to use a full 6 fleet ship. Then once you have a safer danger level, you can shift towards less ships. For the fleet setup, you want to be aiming for a good combination of survivability and damage. For example, you could use a less tanky vanguard with strong healers in the main fleet, or possibly less healers and a tankier vanguard. On top of this, battleships or battle cruisers with a barrage skill is recommended, along with some defensive gear. Your boss fleet should have a stronger focus on damage, but enough survivability to consistently clear the boss. I recommend picking out a fleet that has a few synergies or command skills. The strongest threats you'll face will be suicide boats and torpedoes, so I have a few recommended guns for battleship secondaries, and I also recommend torpedo bulges for all vanguard ships. For this boss, there isn't much threat from HE or torpedo damage, so you can get away with less defensive equipment, but I would recommend at least using one. There are periodic groups of 2 suicide boats, so make sure you have at least one battleship with a strong suicide boat killing gun. This chapter has 2 bosses to kill, during which there will be a lot of aimed torpedoes fired at your vanguard, so make sure your vanguard ships have torpedo bulges equipped. You also have waves of 3 spread out suicide boats during this fight. To deal with this, I highly recommend using triple 152 light cruiser guns for battleship secondaries. Its wider spread makes it likely that you'll hit multiple of the suicide boats. In this boss fight, you will be facing fast-moving Sendai. Due to her speed, you will have a higher chance of missing battleship salvos. Because of this movement, sling skills, like Duke of York's, can be some of help here. There will again be a lot of torpedoes and waves of 3 suicide boats. However, these suicide boats will be packed together and move down the middle of the screen. If AFKing, you'll likely hit multiple of your vanguard ships, so you might need to use both a torpedo bulge and repair tools to survive. This clear was done while AFK, but you'll see that it ended up being very close. I wouldn't recommend AFKing this boss unless you have a higher ship level or safer danger level. That's it for this guide. I hope you found this video helpful, and thank you for watching.